Welcome back to Ozarks Tonight. A Springfield police officer has been chosen for the torch run at the 2019 Special Olympics World Games in Abu Dhabi. Officer Mark Priebe will be representing the Missouri Law Enforcement Torch Run. He is one of only 88 law enforcement reps from around the world to be selected to participate. So I invited Officer Priebe to sit down to talk to us about this honor. Officer Priebe, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about this huge honor. I mean, you are going to be representing law enforcement officers from Missouri internationally. Tell me about that. How are you feeling about that?
I'm very excited. It's an honor to be able to represent the state and the Missouri Law Enforcement Torch Run in our Springfield Police Department. It's a huge honor.
And this is something you have been involved with, the Special Olympics Missouri, for a long time, since 2007. Tell me a little bit about that. Why did you decide to be involved in something like this, and now basically being recognized for all of the work you have done with them over the years?
It started out as just helping with our local leg, which back then in 2007 we ran from here in Springfield to Lebanon, which is an all-day event, and we were just doing our local leg. And then in 2008, the summer games, Special Olympics Missouri Summer Games, came to Springfield and MSU, and we did our final leg for the run here in Springfield for 4 years. We've done that a few times over the years since I've been doing it. That's what got me started, and then I just started helping the coordinator at the time to coordinate all of our fundraising events for Special Olympics Missouri. As part of the law enforcement torch run, the police department and those officers involved, that's all we do is raise money for our Special Olympic athletes.
Why Special Olympics?
Special Olympics is the charity of choice for law enforcement torch run. If you look back when it started with just a run, and years ago, and it's grown into doing polar plunges, doing tip-a-cops, and those are some of the signature events we do. We started doing a cops on top at our Dunkin' Donuts. So there's different things that you can come up with and that we do here within the state and within our area. And all those monies go to the programs and stay here locally for our athletes.
What does it mean for you personally to be able to raise money and make a difference in other people's lives?
It's probably one of the most positive things I get to do. Obviously, being in law enforcement, we see a lot of negative things over the years. I've been in law enforcement for over 20 years. Got to experience a lot of things, good and bad. And as being part of this group, it's truly a family. The law enforcement torch run and the Special Olympics is a family, and it's a positive influence. The athletes, they're constantly smiling, high-fiving, hugging you. They appreciate the uniform and the badge. They understand what it stands for, and they know we're there for them. So that's the positive in my life and within my career, probably one of the most positive things.
And this, I'm sure, this year a highlight and something that you said, once in a lifetime experience going to do something like this. In your team, you were telling me you have one athlete who's going to be in your team. Tell me a little bit more about that.
There's 10 total teams that are put together. It's law enforcement from the U.S. and over the world. I've got several from the U.S. on my team, and then a couple other countries. And our athletes actually from Australia. So they team. The whole point of Special Olympics is inclusion, and it's giving these athletes from young folks to older folks older than I the opportunities to really experience things and that inclusion. And part of the law enforcement torch run is to include them and to show them that they can do just what we do. And so it's important to have them involved, and it just helps us and it keeps us going and it gives us that drive.
Yeah, we were talking earlier and you said, I'm a little bit nervous, but also excited. How are you feeling and how do you prepare? You're running March 3rd, right?
Well, we're actually running, that's our start. So
yeah,
we start then and run all the way to opening ceremonies there in Abu Dhabi. We'll run several legs from city to city, and you run several times through the day and have ceremonies throughout. I'm super excited, a little nervous, never traveled abroad like this before, so it's new. But it's obviously an honor, and it's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience for sure.
And how do you prepare physically for something like this?
Is running. I'm not the best runner, and that's something that I've had to really work at and continue to do. So, because you are running in groups, so it's a little bit slower pace. It's not like the normal runs, and just being able to keep up, and we have to do cadence. There's things that we'll be doing just to kind of represent and let folks know we're there. So.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to share with us about this experience and what you're expecting?
Part of the experience we're doing, they're calling it the Abu Dhabi Dip. So while we're over there, one of those days, we'll actually, they're going to fill pools full of ice water. So like our polar plunge we have here in Springfield, which is coming up on March 2nd, we are going to do a plunge there. So I've got a website set up. We're actually raising money for that, and I'll be participating with my team and our athlete in that Abu Dhabi dip. And the money, part of it will go back to our Special Olympics Missouri program, and part of it goes to help our athlete on our team to get to the games and participate in the torch run and everything.
Okay. Yeah, that's the letter that you brought me here, and this is what you are passing out to raise funds for the Abu Dhabi dip, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So the link is right here. I will make sure to put that link in this story on our website, ozarksfirst.com. Officer Prebeat, thank you so much for being here. Good luck. This will be a lot of fun. And of course, we can follow the Springfield Police Department on Facebook and Twitter for updates.
Absolutely.
While you're up there?
Yes.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more right here on Ozarks Tonight.